Okay, moving right along in Chapter 9. Today we're moving on to Chapter 9.2, which is all about ordered pairs. Okay, and as you've written down, your learning goal is by the end of math today, you need to be able to graph and name points. So you need to be able to tell me like how to call out that point and also graph it on a coordinate grid using ordered pairs. Okay, I'm going to ask you to hold on to your questions for just a moment. Now, we've already done the problem of the day. But let's think as test makers and question makers really quickly. What skills did we have to use in order to solve the problem of the day? Why would this problem exist? What are we kind of testing or what are we checking to see if we know how to do? Karan? Addition, sure. Sarah?
Finding average and also comparing numbers.
Right, we're finding averages here, which is what the addition is used for. And then also comparing numbers to see which one's the closest to the average. Adriana? We're also dividing and remembering how to do what when we're dividing. Liam?
And we're remembering how to interpret, how to use the remainder.
Right.
It's also testing if a student could persevere.
Totally. If we could persevere to understand what the question's asking.
When I first read the problem, I was very confused.
Me too. When I was typing up the problem, I was very confused. And then I persevered and I understood what the question meant. And so did you, so good job. And as Liam said, we also were practicing how to interpret the remainder, figuring out what to do with that remainder of 2. Okay, very nice. Today we're going to start by writing down and learning and reviewing some vocabulary words. Okay? These are all the vocab words that are related to 2 coordinate graphs. And lots of these you have already learned, okay? Which is why I didn't write the definition. You're going to give me the definition. So go ahead and write vocab down in your notes so that you know that these notes coming up are going to be about vocab. Even if you've already cut out some flashcards, go ahead and write them down. Because as we know, in order to write, we need to use our brain. In order to use our brain, we have to think, and thinking helps us learn and remember words, all right? Your first vocab word that you're writing down is x-axis. Show me with your arms. What is an x-axis? Yeah, x-axis is the one that goes horizontally. So what you might want to do, because you can't move your arms in your notebook, is you might want to write the words x-axis and then draw a line that goes this way. Now the reason why there are arrows at the end of my line is because lines go on and on and on forever. Does your x-axis ever end? Not really. Of course, in real life, on your paper it ends because you can't draw it on and on forever, which is why you draw these arrows to show that it would go on and on forever if you could. Okay, so x-axis, as you know, is the horizontal axis on a 2-coordinate graph. What about a y-axis? Show me with your arms. What is the y-axis? Yeah, okay, and in your notebook you can draw it as well. It's the one that goes vertically up and down. Okay. And so when you put those 2 together, you get what's called a coordinate grid. Okay. And for our purposes today, the ones we are going to work with, we're only going to work with this type. Okay. And as you know, this one is the x one, and this one is the y-axis. All right. The next vocab word is ordered pair. Okay, an ordered pair is a pair of numbers that's in a specific order. That's why it's called an ordered pair. Can everyone say ordered pair? Ordered pair. Okay. Ordered pairs are written just like what you see here. Okay. They're always written in parentheses. You'll see right here there are parentheses to show that it's an ordered pair. Because if it wasn't in parentheses, they might just be 2 numbers next to each other and you wouldn't know what to do. It's just a list. But once you put it in parentheses and have a comma in between them, then you know it's an ordered pair. Okay? And as I said, the ordered pairs are always in a specific order. The x coordinate always comes first, and then the y coordinate. So in your notebook, I want you to draw this picture that you see here, and write that this is an ordered pair, and it always starts with the x coordinate, and then a comma, and then the y coordinate. It says write ordered pairs for the location of the arena and the aquarium. So here you can see you have a coordinate grid because you have an x-axis and you have a y-axis. Okay, and I want you to take a couple moments right now to draw in. You're going to literally draw in your notebook an x-axis and a y-axis, and you're going to label it 1 through 10 and 1 through 10. Then you're going to find the arena and the aquarium and draw those in and label them. Let's take a look at where the arena is. In an ordered pair, we know we always start with parentheses. And then which number comes first? The X number or the Y number? Everyone? X. So let's take a look at where the arena is. In order to get to the arena, how many spaces on the X-axis did I have to move? Show me with your fingers. 3, right? I had to go 1, 2, 3 all the way to here. So then my first number in my ordered pair is 3. Okay, just like how it always starts with parentheses, what's in between the numbers? It's always a comma. If you don't put a comma, what would happen? It would become a two-digit number, and that's not what we want, okay? All right, we start with the X number. Now we need the Y number. How many numbers up the Y-axis did I have to move in order to get to the arena? Show me with your fingers. 2. So then the next number I write is 2. Okay, so that shows that the ordered pair, the arena, is 3, 2. Okay, once again, I'm going to write these. We always need parentheses, and we always need the comma. Okay. Now, go ahead and write in the coordinates for the ordered pair for the aquarium. So I heard many of you telling your partners that the way you know that the ordered pair of the aquarium is 9, 4 is because you had to move 9 spaces over on the X-axis and then 4 spaces up the Y-axis to find the aquarium. Now, a point on the coordinate grid can be either labeled with an ordered pair, as we did before. It can be labeled with a letter, a name, like aquarium, right? Or both, okay? So for the first one, I want you to plot the point 5, 7. Okay, you can see right here, 5, 7. I know this is an ordered pair because it is in parentheses and there's a comma between the two numbers. So go ahead and plot the point 5, 7, and let's label it with the letter J. So what you need to do is you need to move from the origin, right? This 0 is called the origin. That's the origin. I need to move 5 to the right and then 7 units up because it's 5, 7. Then you're going to draw a dot like that. And we're going to label it J. So points on the coordinate graph can be labeled either with ordered pairs, like this, 5, 7, or with the letter, or both. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and label it with both the letter J and with the ordered pair, 5, 7. In order to plot the point 8, 0, from the origin, remember the origin is 0, 0. Okay, you can think origin starts with O. O looks like 0, 0, 0. It's the origin always. It's this little corner here. I need to move right how many units? I need to move to the right how many units? Show me with your fingers. Yeah, I need to move to the right 8 units. And then up how many units? Show me with your fingers. 0, because the Y coordinate is 0. So my point S would be right here, and I would label that S. Okay, so you can also plot points on the axes. All right, when you have A and B labeled, let's see what we need to do with them. It says you can find the distance between 2 points when the 2 points are along the same vertical or horizontal line, basically when they're not diagonal. Are A and B in the same line? Yeah, they're in the same vertical line, okay? So go ahead and draw a line segment to connect point A and point B. So you're going to draw a line to connect them, kind of like connect the dots. And are they in the same vertical line or the same horizontal line? Vertical. So count the vertical units between A and B. So how many times did I have to move up to get from A to B? Or how many times did I have to move down to get from B to A? Show me with your fingers. Yeah, there are 6 units between A and B. So the distance between A and B is how many units? 6 units. So you can use a coordinate grid to help you figure out the distance between 2 points if they are in the same vertical or horizontal line. Okay. Your next challenge is to graph the points 3, 2 and 5, 2. Okay. Go ahead and graph those 2 points. And just since there's no letter, you just label them with the ordered pairs. So you can just use that same coordinate graph and find 3, 2 and 5, 2. Once you're done, I want you to explain to your partner how you can use subtraction to find the horizontal distance between these 2 points.